Hello working moms, and welcome to another video where we are tackling our to-do list. And this to-do list is basically spread over a few days. That's just how sometimes life works of a working mom. If you are new here, welcome. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. My name is Marta. I am a full-time working mom of two. I have an 8-year-old and a 5-year-old. And on my channel, you're gonna find a lot of content about house and time management for working moms. So make sure that you subscribe down below and click the notification button. And if you are coming back, welcome back. So this video starts with, I believe this was Thursday, where I was getting some groceries from Amazon, just few things we needed from the produce section. Depending on what week I have, every other week I have a Friday off. So the weeks where my Friday is a working Friday, I tend to almost start my weekend prep or weekly prep on a Thursday. I try to do as much as I can on Thursday. So then when the weekend comes, I don't get bombarded with all the things on a to-do list, which sometimes works and sometimes it does not. I try to do all my cleaning done before the end of the work week, so by the end of Friday. And it didn't work out that way on that weekend. I did most of the cleaning on a Saturday. Sometimes we have good intentions and then we had to do some extra work, or our families need something, and it is what it is. We just kind of have to adjust and go with the flow. So on that Thursday, I was just making sure I have some groceries on hand and also wanted to catch up on some laundry. Now, after my work on Friday, I went to Costco and got myself a set of pots and pans. As you can see, the ones I have are in a pretty bad shape, except that very first one I took out. All of them are well used, and this deep one is still being used every day almost, but it's like getting all the peeling is coming off. So it's time for a new one. Even my pots, like some of them are missing handles, like it's a long time coming. And I also got quite a bit of groceries that we needed from Costco. So it was time to put all of that away, which is always a huge task when you are shopping in Costco because there's just so much stuff. I also got those baking mats that I have been wanting to get for a while, and also a pizza pan because we make pizza for kids almost every single weekend when my niece and nephew come over, and I always have to use the rectangular one. It never fits. It's always an issue. So I finally, when I was in Costco, I saw it, I decided to get it. So once I put the groceries away, it was time to unpack those pots and pans, which my kids were also coming in and asking, what is this? Why did we get it? So that's why they were so curious over here.
Stepped into my life, such a magic feeling when you tore down my walls. I wish I could go back to right before you told me I'd try to change it all. But look at us now, we could have gone so far. It hurts to realize we're parted. Yeah, look at us now, this is who we are. And I just know things will never be the same. We're like strangers again, again, again. Strangers again, again, again. We're like strangers again, again, again. I just know things will never be the same. We're like strangers again. Again, I thought we'd never fall. Could have tried much harder. Now all we have are scars. You said we'd get so high, higher up than heaven. You said we'd reach the stars. But look at us now. Could have got.
So once I got them out of the box, I wanted to make sure that I do give them, a quick rinse to make sure that they're basically clean before we start using them. And as I was washing them and looking at some of the instructions, I realized I will also have to get like a set of cooking utensils because I have some that are metal, and metal is a big no-no on those pots. So I do use a lot of the plastic ones that I have from IKEA, but I decided to go check out on Amazon what they have, and I bought a set of the ones that are like silicone based. And I mainly got them because there are some of the metal ones that my husband likes to use in our old pots that were made out of metal, which was fine. So I needed to kind of find a replacement for him that is safe to use in those pots. So you are not gonna see those in this video because they did not come at the same time as I was filming it, but I'll show them to you in the next one.
So far, it hurts to realize we're parted. And look at us now, this is who we are. And I just know things will never be the same. We're like strangers again, again, again.
And here I just wanted to show you a dish that we really enjoy with my husband. It's almost, I think in the English version is called, pizza bread. I think that would be an equivalent of that. And it's basically like a baguette or any sort of like a bun. And if you love mushrooms, you're gonna love this. You basically, cut up your mushrooms, put them on a pan with butter and some salt and fry them up. Then you put them on a bun. You sprinkle it with some cheese. I usually do some sort of a mixture with cheddar cheese and mozzarella cheese so it's nice and melted. And then I pop it in the oven probably for 10 minutes if the mushrooms are, if the mushrooms are still hot, it's not gonna take long. All it does is we want the baguette to get a little crispier and we want the cheese to melt. So 380 for about 10 minutes.
Strangers again, again, again. We're like strangers again, again, again. I just know things will never be the same. We're like strangers again. Strangers again.
And then once I pop them out, those are some of the toppings. I have green onion, I have mayo, ketchup, and some corn. You can really put anything on that. You can put veggies, you can put peppers, you can put onion, you can put some pepperoni, you can basically put anything like you would on a pizza. But this is typically what we have. So I just put some mayo on top, then I put some corn, ketchup, and some green onion. So let me know if you ever had anything like that, or even if you like mushrooms, because I found out a lot of people don't actually like mushrooms, so this would definitely not work for you.
Strangers again. Strangers again. Now that we parted, I better get started. It's time to get my head up again. You said that you had to. I'll try to forget you. Just didn't think we'd end up this way, like strangers.
And after dinner, I wanted to arrange all the new pots and pans. So this process actually took forever. My kitchen is small and all the cabinets are also on a smaller size. It's just the way they were made. So I ended up moving them around a lot. So I did not record all of it. What you see over here, it was not the final result. I did move them around a lot because I didn't want them to be scratched up and I want them to be easily accessible. So I'm still actually not completely done with finalizing where everything is gonna go. But just sometimes you just kind of have to start using it for a little bit to figure out what's the best fit. So the cheesecake is being baked. And I wanted to share because I don't know if you guys have tried this. I heard it on, I was watching Healthy Nuts channel, and she said this is one of the best ones she has ever had. And it is really, really tasty. So it doesn't look very appetizing, but I had almond milk, banana, spinach, some blueberries. I think I put a teaspoon of peanut butter and water. And this is really tasty. I'm very picky about my protein shakes or any additional stuff that I add because the aftertaste is really gross to me. This is really good. And the reason why that's why you just get a packet. I have been using this one as well, but I noticed that on this one it has 1 gram of protein. I did not realize. I mean, I know it's healthy, but I wanted to get something with protein, and this one has, what does it say, 22 grams. So huge difference because I use that as my breakfast. So I wanted to make sure I have some protein in it. So just wanted to share that. So what I need to do I have an hour before we have to drive our kids to school. They go to Polish school on Saturday, and it's a farther drive because of pandemic and all of that. So I want to clean up the mess I have made with the cheesecake and protein shake. I have to make them lunches for school, pack their backpacks, and maybe fold laundry because, as you can see, it's not looking so great. So that's the plan for the next hour.
In and out of love, never get enough. We never seem to get older. When things are going right, you seem to have the time. But when it's hard, you just grow colder. We should be good, but we keep lighting fires. The words repeat, cause we're scared of the silence. We should be good, but we keep lighting fires, fires around ourselves. We should be good, but we keep lighting fires. The words repeat, cause we're scared of the silence. We should be good, but we keep lighting fires, fires around ourselves. It's deja vu. Memories come back when I'm with you. It's deja vu. Memories come back when I'm with you. Been here 1,000.
And as I'm packing their backpacks, I am starting to realize that I really need to give them more control and responsibility with the backpacks because they really should be doing it by themselves. I don't know. I think I'm the type of mom who just likes to do it myself because it's faster. And I know it's not the right thing to do. So as I am watching myself packing those backpacks, I am realizing that, me putting the lunchbox in, it's not something that they cannot do themselves. So note to self, get your kids more involved with things that they can absolutely do by themselves. Let me know in the comments, what kind of mom are you? Are you like me who likes to do things instead of assigning it to your kids because it's faster? Or are you more of a mom who likes to delegate?
Times set up a stage of lies. Say we're done, say it's over.
Now, once the kids were in school and we came back home, I wanted to make sure that those bananas don't completely go to waste because sometimes I don't attend to them right away. So what I'm doing here is just putting them in a Ziploc bag because I use them a lot for smoothies. And another thing I wanted to do is to wash the lemons. I got a lot of them. I use lemons in my tea every morning. I do use it for cooking. So I just wanted to wash them and put them in the fridge so I don't have to worry about washing them every time I take a new one out. And the next thing I wanted to do is cook some soup. It's also a very traditional Polish soup. It's made out of red beets. It's a vegetarian soup. Well, it could be vegetarian. The soup itself is vegetarian. It's basically you cook beets with some bay leaf and peppercorns in one pot and some salt. And in a second pot, you put, just a bunch of veggies that you're gonna see me in a second. And once they both cook, you mix them together in one. And that's basically it for the soup. What you put as an extra is they look kind of like a small size pierogi. So it's usually, there are two options. One is with meat and one is with mushrooms. So those are basically called dumplings, and you use them instead of using any sort of noodle for your soup.
I've been dreaming so much lately about your face when you're smiling. It's the only thing that saves me. Hey, I don't know if I told you that I think you're beautiful, and how I can't wait to hold you. Yeah, you pull me up when I'm falling down, and I don't know how I would do without you. Yeah, you pull me up when I'm falling down. Hey, now look into my eyes. You can use them as a mirror, baby. You're my ticket to paradise. Hey, now everything's alright. We've been longing for each other, and it feels like I'm on cloud nine.
And once the soup was cooking, it was time for me to clean up. Like I said, that weekend it did not work out that it was a weekend free of all those chores. I basically had to catch up on cleaning my entire house, or basically the downstairs of it. The upstairs did not need that much work. But I typically start in the kitchen since I was already cooking. I was there, so I needed to just wipe down the countertops and all the appliances. Then moved on to the kitchen island, which, as you know, is my dumping ground. I am still trying to figure out how to get rid of all that clutter that's in the corner. I need to, a box or something to hide that stuff away because it really bothers me when it's just laying there. And then our dining room table also needed to be wiped down. In the window, you might see my husband popping in and out because he was washing our car. And those flowers that you see me holding, those held up for a month. They were the blue ones. I need to take them out because they were the ones that went bad. But it's amazing how long they held up. My husband was laughing because he got those for me and my daughter for Valentine's Day. So he said because the love is so strong, that's why the flowers were holding up. So maybe that's what it is. But I just found it amazing how long they did hold up. And then I moved down to the living room, just wiping down again all the surfaces because everything gets pretty dusty pretty quick.
I don't wanna be without you. This is something that I know for sure. It's just something about you. I just want more. Tell me what you wanna do right now. Tell me what you wanna do tonight. I really don't care as long as I'm with you. Hey, now look into my eyes. You can use them as a mirror, baby. You're my ticket to paradise. Hey, now everything's alright. We've been longing for each other, and it feels like I'm on cloud nine. into my eyes, you can use them as a mirror. You're my ticket to paradise.
And the last part for me when it comes to cleaning is always the floors. So vacuuming, mopping the floors, all that is always at the end. That's how I like to finish my cleaning sessions. So let me know in the comments if you are the same way. I know some people prefer to vacuum first and then do everything else. For me, it just makes more sense to wipe the surfaces first and then do the vacuuming and mopping the floors. I also did clean our bathroom, but I did not show it in this video because my bathroom is so small, it's very hard to put a camera in there. And the last thing that you're gonna see me do in this video is preparing some snacks for our little get-together. My niece, like I said, my niece and nephew and sister-in-law are coming over, so I usually like to have some sort of a food on a table, usually something like veggies and fruit and crackers and cheese. So that's what you're gonna see me doing over here. The dip I'm making is very simple. It's just sour cream, salt, pepper, garlic powder, and some lemon juice. And I find that it's very good for dipping different vegetables in. And I also had hummus and a second one, another great option. And you're gonna see, I think I had grapes, peppers, baby carrots, some of the soft cheese, and some crackers.
You're my ticket to paradise. Hey, now look into my eyes. You can use them as a mirror, baby. You're my ticket to paradise. Hey, now everything's alright. We've been longing for each other, and it feels like I'm on cloud nine. Yeah, you pull me up when I'm falling down, and I don't know how I would do without you. Yeah, you pull me up when I'm falling down. Yeah, you pull me up when I'm falling down, and I don't know how I would do without you.
And that is all I have for you in this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it gave you some motivation for whatever you have on your to-do list to tackle it, to not worry about the fact that some weekends or some days are very productive and some just have to catch up on everything. It's just how it goes sometimes. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.